They're going to cart it off out the back way because they don't want to upset people by going. But your car is parked in the front of the hotel, so I was going to have you guys go out the front rather than out the back and go fucking and walk all the way around.
Yep, no, that's fine.
As you guys are walking out the front, everybody give me a spot hidden roll at half as you're like heading to your car.
Watching us?
Dun dun.
Minus 60.
You guys have freakishly good spot hiddens and shit. You notice okay, Pete, since you got it at a quarter, you noticed a girl at the bar who was making significant eye contact with every male and female who was going in. As soon as you obvious cops started going, kind of did the dramatic swing away so her back was to you and facing the bar. Struck you as suspicious.
Girl at the bar is acting weird.
How weird? What is weird?
She was watching people, but as soon as she saw us, she turned around, like she didn't want to make eye contact with us. Like she's got something to hide.
When I say significant eye contact, it's the kind of sultry eye contact also.
It's one of the prostitutes.
No, it's the bartender. The bartender at the bar. I mean, not a.
What?
I assume that's what you mean, the bartender, not a woman sitting at the bar.
No, this is the first one. The woman sitting at the bar, not the bartender. The bartender, he's just polishing a glass every bartender ever.
So most likely a prostitute or something.
It's very possible.
Oh, she might know something. You never know. She might see something.
We can talk to her.
Okay.
You guys head over to talk to her. It'd be funny if you just went and arrested her and drug her. She's like, what did I do? Shut up. Drag her. Right. That's what she looks like. She looks like, oh, I gotta be going and stuff when you guys come rolling up.
We're
looking for your services.
She looks really dubiously at you. What? She says,
You don't do for
a foursome.
Aren't you police officers? She says.
What? Me? Oh shit! I am. Sorry, I forgot.
She looks a bit freaked out. She says, I have to go. Excuse me. She starts to get up.
If you want to come down to the police station with us, that's fine.
She sits back down. How can I be of service, officer? She says.
Just wondering if you've noticed anything interesting while you've been checking people out.
I'm not sure what you mean.
Well,
what's going on anyway?
Yeah, obviously you've noticed the commotion and the police and everything.
Yes, I have noticed that your coworkers are all here. Why are they here?
Because something's happened in the hotel that would cause police to come here.
What has happened in the hotel?
Someone has passed away unexpectedly before their time.
Who? How did they die? Was it gruesome?
Well,
how well do you know Terry?
Terry's dead?
You know,
the bartender goes, oh.
So you know her, do you?
God, yes.
How?
So what was her cut?
0.
Oh, really?
But she allowed you to.
Well, she told us to keep a low profile. She leans forward. This is off the record, right?
Yes. You're not. We're not in the police station, so.
Oh, okay. She would sneak us in the back, bring us up in the service elevators to meet the clients. She wanted us here.
Mm-hmm.
God, we're gonna miss her.
Okay, so she organized you to visit people.
Yes, she'd arranged dates with rich businessmen, diplomats, stuff like that. Started moving us through the back. when business was complete, then she moves out the back and all for free.
Okay.
I have no idea why. I figured she had her own reasons. Or maybe she just was a feminist. Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
Can
I mean,
I bust an empathy to make sure that she's not lying to us?
yes. With your empathy roll, she's a bit shocked and a little bit sad.
Okay.
But he doesn't know why she was helped by Terry.
She shrugs at you.
So did when was the last time you spoke to Terry?
I don't know, probably 3 days ago.
Okay. And you hadn't seen her. Yes. Were you here yesterday?
No, I was taking a couple days off.
Do you know who may have been here yesterday or last night?
No. Yana, she's trying to covertly slip you a business card.
Ooh.
In case you need to get together later for other things. Business things.
Is this?
Expensive things. Is that everything?
Dude, what I was going to say. The others that would be here, did you all work for the same organization?
No.
Okay.
But I'll tell you this. None of our managers would ever lay a finger on Terry, not in a million years. She was the reason that most of us worked out of here sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. Good for business. Nobody had a problem.
Anyway, I don't know if you've got much contact with the others. Is it possible to find out who may have been here last night or yesterday? In case
I can put out the word, but
if you could please. Just they may have seen something. I mean, we want to find out who harmed Terry.
Do you have a business card or something?
Yes.
If I find anything, I'll call you. If I don't, I won't.
Yeah, thank you. I'll give her a business card. I'm assuming I've got one.
Cool.
Thank you.
She smiles, leaves.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, a relaxed person in the room has nice pillow talk, so I can understand why they would have,
Yeah.
Exactly right. That best way of doing blackmail or something, or try and get information. All right, let's go to Terry's residence. Sorry. In her office, was there a handbag or anything like that?
No.
Any keys in the drawers? All right. So whoever's killed her has grabbed her handbag, presumably to go to her house. Because otherwise we would have found her keys, etc.
Oh, yes. No problem. When you get to her home, some interesting stuff is going on. First off,
we will get a couple, or organize for a couple of cop cars to go there ahead of us, or if there's any in the area, just in case.
They can meet you there, sure.
Yeah, just in case.
Not a problem at all. You arrive there. I'll take a card for calling backup, Pete. No problem. When you arrive there are several different people in the home. You knock on the door, and then the husband steps out of the door, over the archway, gets completely out, then shakes everybody's hand and invites you in.
Okay.
You are weird.
He goes, excuse me?
Nothing.
Here's what the husband looks like. Chunk. Now,
assuming it matches the gentleman that was in the photos on her desk?
Yes. Although he wasn't in a lot of them.
No, it looked like the daughter mainly.
Yes. Who is also here. But, oh, shit. Everybody take a card. Also, when you pulled up, to the house. This lady is clipping her bushes. Everybody give across the street. Everybody, please give me botany rolls. Botany.
Oh, that's clearly the busybody of the fucking neighborhood that
Mhm.
sees everything.
Nice.
Is she trimming her rhododendrons?
What she's trimming, according to the woman with no name, is in the wrong season to be trimming that. And Doc Fulton's like, I don't need to know about no plants. I know she's the busybody. But there are several other people. It looks as though they know that she's died, and they're having like other people over in the kitchen and stuff doing the talking in subdued voices, and we're being with you and all that shit. Oh, everybody give me their roll at learn for something that may or may not come to mind here. Because when the guy stepped out through the door and stuff, he seemed to do it very comfortably and like this
That's
is
what
a
he
normal
normally
thing.
does.
What?
That's what he normally does, as in.
Yes. Nobody made their roll at learn? Cool. Oh, Pete hasn't done it yet. Okay, never mind. Oh,
Oh,
no.
so close.
Cool. Anyway, yeah. So
delay for it coming up for me.
his name is Oliver. Now you do notice some interesting stuff here that is in the pictures. I will, before he starts babbling at you, I'll tell you what's in the house. The living room area, which is where you guys are meeting, because all the well-wishers and shit are in the kitchen area. Stop drinking healthy water, yet. I want to see some sugar in that. The couch. The couch cushions are compressed all the way across. There's also a movie ticket for a matinee. That's one of the daytime showings during the work week. And the printer is full of high-end cardstock. And in the bathroom down here, it's like a guest bathroom. It has damp towels and the husband's toiletries. The husband's name is Oliver, and he's like, oh, hello, officers. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what to say. Everybody loved Terry. No one would want to hurt her. My poor daughter, gestures toward kitchen where daughter is devastated.
So how long have you and your wife been estranged? Estranged?
He gapes at you. What do you mean?
Oh, you're obviously sleeping downstairs on the couch.
Well, I have insomnia. He says.
That wouldn't explain the toiletries, etc.
He hangs his head. Things have just been a bit rough. We've been having some problems since I lost my job as a financial consultant. Last night I was even at a pink slip mixer with some other unemployed friends.
So
what's the details, please? I've said pink slip.
He gives you details. It was during the COD, it was
time of death.
Roughly. What were you starting to say, Yana?
Sorry.
Just wanted to ask, so the situation at home, it was tense?
Hey, she was making enough to keep the family going, but, it's just, getting fired, it puts stresses on the relationship.
Yeah. So you were like mostly at home and...
Well, looking for a new job is a job in itself, he says.
And your daughter, does she still live at home, or is she off at university or something?
Actually, she's been accepted to 2, he says with pride in his voice. At that point, Dad, are you okay? Carly, hon, could you please get our guests some water? She looks at you guys all appraisingly and goes, all right. Goes off. Everybody give me empathy at half on Carly.
Nope.
I keep telling myself that tough times don't last, tough people do. My wife used to say that, he says, sounding depressed.
Mm.
She comes back in with water, sets it
Thank you.
down, says, okay. She goes back to talk to the other people in the other room.
So,
Yeah.
am I right in that some of the people there are her friends and are part of her whatever sport it is?
Looks like soccer, or as the rest of the world calls it, football. Or kicking the weird round thing around because it makes other people violent.
In our viewing of the footage, did we by chance happen to see one of the girls that are in the photo and are in the back in the kitchen?
No, not at all.
Okay.
Definitely not. Everybody who was at the place looked much more high end. These people looking around the house, this seems like a down to earth American family. This whole place just reeks Americana. It's a house in the suburbs and all that shit.
Let's put it on fire and leave.
Says the guy.
I'm just dreaming, future is bright, fire is bright. It's all good. Everything will be okay.
He looks totally baffled, like I don't know what to say to that.
So you two, even though you weren't, there was problems. Were you working on it, or?
Of course, we've been married for many years now. I think about 20 years now. These kind of things happen in relationships, he explains to you.
Mm-hmm.
Your wife, does she have an office at home? Did she?
No. She was very good about leaving her work at work. When she was at home.
Whose laptop is that?
Hmm?
Whose
Oh, that's
laptop
right.
is it? Could we have a look at it, please?
Well, yeah,
I mean, presumably your wife would make use of it for personal use, if that's the only computer you have at home.
Oh, well, she really didn't do much on the computer, but I guess you need to look at it.
Thank you.
It's, yeah, you look at it, it's password protected and stuff. He goes and opens it up. Various pictures and good time, lots on the resumes. Oh, shit.
Is there any overly large images?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. And next is looking for check browser history, and also looking at any strange files, like as in applications.
It would take a while to dig through all that.
Okay.
There are some strange applications and stuff that you're not familiar with on there.
Mm-hmm.
The guy who's watching over your shoulder.
Don't worry.
Now might not be a great time to. I mean, we've got guests over and such.
That's all right. We can take it with us. Thank you. And I
take him by the arm and I start like pulling him into the house deeper as Joshua grabs the computer. I'm like, so tell me,
he's like, but
with such a large house, and she was just a manager at the hotel. Were you still making payments into a college fund as well? Because I assume your daughter is going to go to college. You said, right?
She has two different. Pick card for fucking bringing up his daughter, which has completely distracted him. This guy clearly dotes on his daughter. She has two full ride scholarships. He tells you excitedly. One to Brown in Washington D.C. and the other for academics. And locally here in Chicago, University of Chicago, for soccer.
Oh, excellent. That you must be very proud, sir.
Oh my god! Meanwhile, she shows McKagan. It shows Yana playing with a book of matches in the background.
Do you want to check over the desk while Mildred / oh, there's nobody else here. Mildred, do you want to just check over the desk? There's
Yes.
See if there's anything of interest.
Yeah. The
You
scarf.
pretty much got everything from here.
All right.
No problem. Chris, with your masterful, give me a first aid or a fast talk roll, rather, not a first aid roll. Fast talk roll to have him forget about his laptop.
There you go. I have.
Yeah, he talks with the pride that only a father can feel for his daughter, who.
I take him over to like where the mantle is, where I'm sure there's like trophies
yeah.
and shit.
Yeah. He feels the kind of pride knowing that she's not going to be in the house anymore, living there until she's 30, unable. Oh, sorry, Yana. Oh, I'm a bastard. Anyway, right. Yeah, he's very proud of his daughter. Mm-hmm. You've completely distracted him. You see Pete go out, and then he comes back and he drags off Mildred, who's like going to just.
I will have grabbed the power supply as well.
Yeah, I figured you got everything.
And because it was password protected, I'm making sure to keep it awake.
Done.
And then once I get it in, basically I'm going to download a little app that there's lots of keep awake apps to stop it from locking.
Okay, you give me a computer use roll just to make sure you get the right app and not the fucking Pornhub.
So we
keep it always on Pornhub app, which would be awkward.
Computer use general.
God damn it, he says. I can't find the app and it's going to go to sleep. It's like, would you like to send the computer to sleep now with the sleepy time app? And you're like, no. Well, Mildred's with you, although she's looking irritated. Maybe she can do it.
I can help.
Would you like to let her play with the computer? Oh, I guess
she's not too bad with it usually.
Yeah, she's actually really good with it, but just her evilness might have gone into the computer. And
I didn't do anything evil like this whole time.
If you'd have failed, I'd have the computer burst into flame for fun. Anyway, no problem. You've completely distracted them. The R2 have made their getaway cleanly, Chris.
Okay. Well, thank you very much. If you have any questions or anything, I give him a card.
He thanks you and sets it on the mantle. Give me a spot. If you make spot empathy at half as you are leaving. The guy goes out of the door, past the threshold, then shakes hands with you as you are leaving. The other two are in the car. Oh, by the way, who's driving medium modern land vehicle? Huh?
Not me, I said.
Me. I had the keys in the beginning, remember?
Cool. Go ahead and give me your drive roll for the session, assuming you've got it at 60 or more. I want to see you take out this fucker's mailbox as you're leaving. Okay. Where are you going to? You see the lady?
Well, hold on. Like when we came out the whole house like that, I want to look around like who's he making a show for? I want to do it nonchalantly. No one? No one.
Just there's something up with this, but you don't know what it is. It's a big red flag in Doc Fulton's mind. And you see there a picture of the neighbor lady? That's what she's doing now. See, I've got multiple pictures of this shit. Still trimming. And she is completely not paying attention to you guys whatsoever.
She's watching the house, right?
Well, no, I mean, when I say not paying attention, that just put the quotes around it.
Yeah, she's pretending not to pay attention.
Mm-hmm. She's just hacking away. Sometimes she misses the bush entirely. But she's trying real hard.
Oh, and as I'm leaving, I was like, is there anything that you can add?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, I hope you find whoever did this.
Well, if you have any, questions, or if you have any more information,
I've got your card.
Thank you.
Yeah, I should add that you guys actually have cell phones. And wait, yeah, they had cell phones in 2000. They just sucked.
Yeah. A Nokia 5110 or something.
Well, yeah, you could get the stiletto things from the Matrix. Non-smart phone business cards. Good.
Yeah,
So,
maybe whatever the police are issued with.
Yeah.
Probably Nokia 5110s or something.
I have no idea. I'm just happy we're past the non-smart smartphones. So, where do you guys wish to go now?
All right, so we need to look over
These
his laptop.
ladies like going, and it shows like her missing the fucking bush by this much.
What we need to do now is we need to go get some coffee and muffins, and then come around the other side of all these bushes that this guy can't see and talk to her.
Yeah, sounds good.
Cut to coffee and muffins later. Yes, she is delighted to not only talk to you, but she invites you into her home. This is what the inside of her home looks like. Her name is Mrs. Emerson. She's the neighbor. Oh, Terry was a lovely woman. Lots of people thought so, men especially.
Okay.
So lots of
In
different men
particular-
were coming over, were they?
Well, I wouldn't want to speak out of school.
Well,
Well,
this is true. But
hmm.
if it might help, wouldn't it be wonderful to help the police in such a matter?
Ooh, yes. I think Terry was having an affair. A very handsome man would often drop by, always when Oliver wasn't home, but before he lost his job, of course.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
And what did this handsome man look like?
Oh, I can do better than that. My friend Sheila didn't believe me when I said that St. Terry was entertaining a gentleman caller, so I took his picture as proof.
Oh, very nice.
She gets you a picture. There it is.
Good, we got a plate number on that.
Oh, yeah. Super big plate number.
He is interesting. Is that a Merc?
Are you talking about the car or?
Yes, the car. Is it a
I
Mercedes?
have no idea. As far as I know, it's a land-based vehicle of some sort.
As in, I'm trying to work out if it's a high-end prestige.
Yes.
It is.
It is a high-end car.
Is that the same guy that we saw in the video with the chick that were casting spells, or no?
No.
Because they're both
Yeah.
gray-haired older men. Okay, never mind.
Yeah,
We have a lot of them in America.
Yeah, I know.
need to do something about that.
Mm-hmm. Death to the Republican Party is what you're saying? Hmm?
Oh, if they look like they've been rubbing their faces in Cheetos. And...
I miss Cheetos. Anyway, Cheetos and chopsticks. That's the way to go. Did you eat some Cheetos while you're in the USA, Anna?
I don't
They're
think
they're the orange potato chips that look like orange turds.
I know what it is.
Okay.
She had
I
a
don't
combo
know.
beef, though.
Mm-hmm.
Is this a strange sexual reference?
No, like Italian beef and Italian sausage.
Oh, from Portillo's?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Did you go to Portillo's?
No,
Oh,
I have no car.
oh yeah. Oh, good. I'm glad that you got to eat some. Did you put on the European 10 kilos?
I
Yeah?
would
You don't look bigger. Okay. No. Congratulations on having willpower not to fucking eat your way to success or failure. So
When was the last time you saw this gentleman caller?
must have been a couple of days ago. Hold on. She goes and checks her clipboard. It was 3 days ago.
And when did he start showing up?
Oh, that would probably be my records only go back 3 years here. The rest I put on the microfiche, she says.
Oh, I just like it so much.
You know old women like this, though, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what about Carly? Did Carly have any friends visiting on occasion?
Oh, she has her soccer friends. Oh, they all play soccer. Those girls are so active. I remember when she was a little girl, she was always running around screaming with the other kids. Such a nice girl.
So did she have any, has she had any boyfriends visiting?
No, I'm not sure. Right now we have a pool going among us ladies, whether she will turn out to be gay, one of the gays, or not. We just don't know. Maybe she's just not ready for men, or maybe I've heard that they have some that go both ways, like Edna.
This is something that I suspect you would know. You look like you're switched on that way.
Oh,
why does?
Well, I don't know that much about the gays, but I have been interested.
Why does Mr. I was going to say Percival. Why does Mr. Perville always step out of the house and greet or say goodbye to people? I'm sure this is a sort of thing. I think you strike me as a woman of intelligence that would know that sort of thing.
Oh, you're such a charmer. I'm not really sure. It's almost like a weird foreign custom or something. Maybe
Yeah,
you
I
picked
know.
that up.
That's what I was wondering. I'm sure, but you haven't looked into it or asked your friends about it.
Nobody knows. She shrugs. I've been so busy. Just trimming the bush.
Do other family members doing the same thing?
Well, I have seen Terry do it, but not their daughter.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
She looks at you as though she's thinking about maybe launching a new spy career on you guys or something. This is a woman who has too many cats and too much time. You're thinking that it could all be corrected if she was given a man to order around and make him open jars that are too tight, or do the honey-do list, maybe fix the roof and shit like that, and then she could make his life a living hell. She'd probably enjoy that.
Thank you, man.
Thank you. She sees you guys out to the back where your car is parked across the street. You cut through neighbor's lawn. There's a little path and stuff like that. She films you guys leaving and stuff. Makes a note on her fucking boards and stuff.
Okay. So, what say these two are foreign spies that have been planting and she's got a job, and that's why she's been recording this stuff, and she's sending information back via the photos or whatever, and the whole stepping out is a custom of whatever country they're from.
That's what I was kind of thinking. Maybe we can go do some research on that somewhere.
Yeah. Yep.
Well, they do have big libraries in Chicago.
Yep.
And there's even computers now. They have that on computer.
We can go look at that on Yahoo.
Yeah.
Yes, you could.
See if anybody's got a MySpace page about it.
Yes, nobody wants to be Tom's fucking friend anymore is what happened there.
Fuck you, Tom.
Yeah. I read the whole reason MySpace went away and Facebook became big is the ability to group. Wasn't in MySpace. Now you can get into your alt-right friends and be all happy and violent, or the incel community.
Yay. So can we do some research on this custom?
Certainly. You guys cruise over to the library. If you haven't made your computer use roll or your computer use is under 60, go ahead and pop that. You ask Yahoo and go ahead and give me a research roll and you're good.
And research.
Cool. It's a Russian custom.
I'm shocked and amazed.
As is leaving coins out because money attracts money. Although the coins thing also goes for other parts of the world, but the only country that both those customs overlap, at least according to this mod, Logan himself is unfucking certain, is Russia.
Okay.
So I want to just look up if there's a significance of that exact amount of change.
No, they just leave coins out because wealth attracts wealth type superstitious bullshit.
Okay.
Do we want to go look at the notebook somewhere?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we can do it right here with the library. We just plug it in and check it out.
You guys know, forensically speaking, if you cared about the forensics and building a case, that you should go get the drive copied at the police station and then do the thing there.
Clone it.
Yeah.
Oh,
if you care, or you can just hook it up here and say, I do what I want. Because also you may not even be sure where your police station is.
I look at our cards.
Right, I was gonna say, look at our
You guys check out your IDs, figure out your thing, use Yahoo.
We're at the 5th precinct. Okay, cool.
Where's the 5th precinct? Ah, there it is. Okay, cool.
Are we from the same precinct we've been from previously?
No.
Okay.
Yeah. No problem. You guys now know where the precinct is, looked at maps so that you can actually get to where you're supposed to be working and shit.
Yeah, well, I suppose go get it cloned and stuff just in case, especially if we're dealing with spies.
They have a computer tech who could do it, or you could push him out of the way and demand to do it. It's just a big hand for us face as he gets pushed out.
Give me coffee.
Scary Oriental ladies making coffee thing. And you easily clone it and whatnot, and then you dig in on the drive. And yeah, there's programs on there for like encrypting shit and putting it into like a photograph and making a nice bloated file, or decrypting it. Although the problem is that you need a unique like 6 or hold on, let me see how many letters. You need a unique 5-digit code put into the, it's alphanumeric code to put in for the key. And then around the key, the code is built, and then you could decrypt it. You just have to know the 5 digits.
All right, so because we've cloned it, we don't have to worry about if we screw it up. We've cloned and isolated it. So I'll try Carly as the first
And it opens immediately and just... Yeah. Oh, great. Yeah, it's spy shit. It's basically like all the shit from the meetings and stuff like that.
So I don't think this is what got her killed, though. It looks like the whole corner thing looks more like someone's pushed her, like a fight.
Mm-hmm.
I'm wondering, like, whether or not the daughter or one of the daughter's friends would be more leaning towards.
Mm-hmm.
But,
well, what are on these files anyway?
Yeah, we'll check what's on the files just on the off chance there could be something on there that may point us in the right direction.
There's a discussion in Arabic about water rights over a certain area and shit like that. It give me spy lore rolls to kind of figure out general gist of this stuff.
Yes.
Information. They want information. Information.
Wow. Ooh.
Wow. Kiana's fucking switched on. She's like pretty much looks like a lot of businessmen and ambassadors and stuff stay at the hotel called the Ambassador because it's just what the tin says. And it looks like information out of there is just kind of sent hodgepodge to probably their handler would get their information, and then it gets passed up the line because there's one thing that the woman with no name knows with her fucking making it at a quarter, and that's that a spy is never alone. They always have a handler, period. And the handler's job is to get stuff from the spy and then pass it up to their supervisor through whatever means they have. And then it probably goes to, assuming it is Russia, it goes to the NKVD or whatever the KG used to be or whatever they're calling themselves now. And then they disseminate it to the appropriate places and stuff. So it looks like they're not necessarily spying for anything in specific. They're just kind of a general feeder thing.
Just information gathering. Or any juicy tidbits that can be useful. The Merc in the photograph. We will run the plates.
No problem. That comes up to...
And I'm assuming it does if the plates actually match the vehicle for a start.
They totally do. That comes up to a Mr. Jeffrey Silver. He is the head of the Charity Office for Landmine Removal. It's a charitable organization that seeks to get rid of all the unexploded ordnance from places like Cambodia, etc. And you get to look at a lot of really tragic pictures of kids who apparently their parents didn't tell them things like, don't play with the fucking landmines and shit like that. So tragic. And it looks like they're
something Silver.
Here, I'll copy paste his name. It looks like it's an organization that's set out for good works and good deeds, and it's
I hate them.
Mm-hmm.
And looking on the site, or even just pulling up the driver's license for Jeffrey Silver.
Oh yeah, that's him.
Yeah, just to confirm.
Totally. What a catchy name they have for their organization as well. It's the kind of name that just sticks in your head. According to the organization's webpage, they have raised money to collect and destroy thus far over 1 million undetonated landmines.
But why? Why do they do that?
I don't know. An unexploded landmine is just potential wasted.
Exactly. An opportunity.
And I'll get some guys to run down the husband's alibi just to make sure. And
hold on a minute. Let me check something here. Extreme competency. Yeah. Yeah, he was at a mixer during the suspected TOD. Oh, you also, since you're back in the station, you do get an odd report sent over from the coroner.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yes, hold on, let me find it here. I managed to hide it from myself. Cool. According to the coroner's report, in addition to the shit you already figured out, there was a break in the fourth metacarpal. For those who are not doctors, it's a so-called boxer's fracture. It results from a clenched fist striking something. This strikes you as as unusual.
Like she's punched someone and broke it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sienna has broken many, many fingers by punching and biting people and stuff.
It's my everyday job, you know.
I figured you're a bouncer somewhere. It would go in with your skill set.
we didn't notice anybody at the wake with a shiner.
Nope. There's the X-ray in case you've never seen a metacarpal broken before. The lower mid.
Yeah. In any of the any of the compressed data, the encrypted data, was there anything in regards to the magic ritual and that particular gathering?
Nope. That was part of the unsorted stuff that hadn't been gotten to yet.
Okay. So all the stuff that has been encrypted is older stuff.
Yeah, it takes time to get through it.
All right. I guess we go talk to Mr. Silver initially.
Yeah.
Okay.
You
guys.
At some point, I would also like to talk to the daughter.
Yes. Agreed.
Let's go to the silver guy.
Before we do that, I'm gonna move you guys to this page. Please reduce your hands.
And I got another play immediately. Only the pluses remain. Immediately discard all cards which do not give a temporary skill plus bonus. In other words, if it isn't a skill, +5, +10, +15, +20, or the I can do it card, discard it. And my gun apparently requires gun maintenance as well.
That's what happens when you don't maintain your firearms.
That was the reroll I played earlier. So get rid of the opponent files, get rid of the alertness, and get rid of Granada.
And so you're watching the card that still has Doc Fulton in it on fire going off the edge of the cliff.
Oh, excellent.
Hey.
But did we stop the Russian nuclear missile launch?
Barely, but you had to sacrifice Doc Fulton repeatedly in order to do that.
I hate when that happens.
I had a play immediately, which is discard any card that is not a +% card.
Did it say to refill though? Did you read the whole card?
No, it does not say to refill.
Cool.
It's called only the pluses remain.
What an evil card. That was just for you though, yeah?
Nope. Oh, actually, it doesn't say it.
If it doesn't say that, it's just for you.
Oh, just me. All right. So you guys don't. I'm affected.
Oh, okay. I was just about to lose my shit, and I was like, oh, all gone.
No, just for me then.
Cool. So you guys have discarded your extra, and you head over to the wildly named.
I was just going to give Chris a quick update. Basically, the number plate belonged to a Jeffrey Silver who runs a charity office for landmine removal. His driver's license photo looks like the dude that we saw with the car. And the coroner's report also revealed that she had a break in the fourth metacarpal, i.e. a boxer's break. So she potentially punched someone. So, and we didn't recall anybody at the wake having a shiner or anything, or an indication that they'd been punched in the face.
Okay.
You guys head over to the office of landmine removal and get a meet up with Mr. Jeffrey Silver. Pictures are up. And this is the kind of place that's got like people on the phones calling, hi, would you like to donate to, hello, landmines. No, there's none at your place, ma'am. We're looking for donation though, and etc. and he says, officers, I thought you might be coming eventually. I'm just stunned. Terry was volunteer here from the very beginning.
I see.
She was as passionate about this cause as anyone I've ever known. He says, would you like to come into my office?
Yes, please.
You guys go into his office and you notice, I'm not even going to ask for a spot hidden roll. I know you're all freakishly good at it. The picture on his computer is one of the good time pictures that you've recently gone through and found a shitload of data on.
Mm-hmm.
On his computer. He goes over and closes his computer and he goes, how can I help you?
Sorry, it's a bit hard to tell from the photo, but has he got a black eye?
No.
Okay, it just looked like on one of the pictures, his right eye looked dark.
No, it's just lighting. He does feel super oily though. You're not sure what it is about him, but he just feels like kind of an oily scumbag.
So unfortunately, Terry passed away sometime last night.
I'd heard about it on the news. I was shocked. Still am.
Yes.
Don't know how. Oh, her poor husband and daughter.
Because of things happening with them, was there any move to pull him back to Russia?
Pardon?
Well, I'm trying to work out why she was killed. The nature of it doesn't look like it was because of her being a Russian spy. So I'm just wondering if it's. I mean, you're obviously her handler. So,
I'm sorry. I don't know what you're talking about.
I can get the CIA to come in and arrest you or something.
I maneuver so he can't get towards his desk at all.
But I don't believe that the nature of a death is actually directly because of what you are doing. I'm sorry, I'm going to have
to ask you to leave now.
No worries, we'll arrest you and take you in as a foreign agent then now if you're not willing to cooperate. I mean, there's obviously evidence on your laptop, such as the encrypted photographs. Or if you wish to talk to us about if anything's come up recently that may actually allow us to catch who murdered her, which is what we're actually interested in. Okay.
One cuffed suspect and laptop later. Everybody's just staring as you guys take him out. Like, this is not what I expected. One guy just gets up from the phone. He's like, I'm out. He just leaves. Right. Okay. You take him into the police.
Actually, I'll stick behind. You go to the station. I'll be there in a minute.
Yes. All right. We go sit in the car and wait for him to come out since he's the driver.
You realize your mistake right away, Pete, because assuming you're all sitting in the same seats, that means that this poor handcuffed guy is in the back seat sitting next to the one.
There was no mistake.
He's trying for his empathy role. He's just sitting there and he's blustering about like, this is an outrage. I don't know what you people are coming up with. Russian spies? I say, I think you're just making up words. What are you doing, Chris?
I'm tossing his office right quick.
Give me a law roll.
I'm tossing it.
You're tossing it anyway. I'm just giving you an opportunity for a skill check.
Oh, okay. Look, it's against the law.
Yeah, you don't have a warrant, but you're like, fuck it. Okay. Yeah, you toss his office. You don't find anything like wildly incriminating since the laptop has already been taken out.
Okay. I just wanted to look for anything else, just to make sure.
Okay.
Okay, I go.
No problem. You guys all cruise down to the station. The captain wants to know what the fuck is going on. Who is this guy? Why'd you arrest him? What's going on? And he seems to be talking to
McKay. He's the He's the Russian handler for the spy that was killed earlier. He
I
was.
thought you guys were on the case with the general manager of the hotel.
Yeah. She was Russian spy.
After one briefing later,
Yes.
he's like, I think we should call in the State Department.
I think so.
Well, wait,
too.
we don't want them to get credit, do we? Give us some time so we can crack
I
this
mean-
case wide open, and then it'll be our collar, not theirs.
From the nature of the murder, we suspect it's not to do. We suspect it may be connected, but not directly connected to her being a spy.
You've got until tomorrow morning. I like that kind of spunk. He gets up, and by spunk, I'm not just saying that, he says to Doc Fulton, because you're a woman. I mean, spunk in an officer of any kind is, I'm leaving. He storms out.
As the hole gets deeper.
Yeah, you've bought some time there. Take card, Chris, for appealing to you guys getting the collar, because, yeah, that you'll still be technically in custody. But now, he says.
And is after 9/11.
Mm-hmm. Well, no, actually, 9/11 always seems to be in the near future. So
I thought Sherma was just after 9/11.
just before.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Mm-hmm. Or it may not even happen in that universe.
Okay. It was just. I thought we'd looked into it when we very first were in Sherma, and worked out it just happened.
Yeah, just before it happened.
Just before it happened. Okay.
Yeah, or maybe it's never going to happen. Maybe these guys are a lot more mellow here. We just don't know.
Lovely.
Yeah.
All right.
Or it could be something about not having a lot of religion in these things. Could there be a connection?
Yeah. Bit hard for fundamentalist Muslims to crash airplanes when fundamentalist Muslims don't exist.
Cool. So, right. What do you guys want to do? The guy is currently in lockup. Did you want to do anything mean to him, like put him on suicide watch or anything like that?
I was actually going to, not mean, but actually put him on suicide watch, just in case he's a bit hardcore. He doesn't strike me as being hardcore. He looks like he's soft and used to the American life.
He seems much more relaxed now for some reason. But yeah, you take away his shoelaces.
Let me check his teeth right quick. I'd look for a false tooth that might be a cyanide pill.
Really? You're gonna fucking? He's not wanting to pry open his. Wait, you tell somebody else to check his teeth, or you're gonna fucking pry open his jaw?
Yeah, I tell someone else.
No problem. They bring in a fucking dentist, and he's like, "This is our." And they've got the automatic keep the mouth open thing stuck in there, and he's like, and then he's on suicide watch, which means that every 15 minutes somebody checks to see if he's killed himself, which means no real sleep for him. So cool. And yeah, they don't find a cyanide tooth, but take a card for just stuff. So yeah. Okay, what do you guys want to do next?
We'll check his laptop. I don't expect us to find anything interesting on it relating to the actual case.
You hear
from his phone or from one of our phones.
You search around. Oh, it's your phone. Hey, unknown number. Cool.
I'll answer it.
Young female voice. Hello, is this officer? Logan scrolls up.
Archie Langsbury.
Officer Lansbury?
Yes, it is.
Hi, my name is Carly. I don't know if you remember me.
Yes. We were actually wanting to chat to you.
Oh.
How can we assist? What's up?
Oh, I've got to go. Excuse me.
Are you at home? That's interesting. I wonder how she had my number. Since you left your card there, Cynthia, and I didn't leave mine.
Oh, shit. Should have been the phone call to Chris then.
Well, I was actually going to say that I was going to.
I don't have time to answer the phone. Here, take it.
All right. So that was Carly. I think we might want to bring her in or go and have a chat to her.
All right, let's go.
It is nighttime.
So
It's murder.
Right. Cut to, you arrive back at her home and stuff. All the it's late enough at night that all the lights and stuff are off.
Where is her room? Do we know? Is there a window?
There are many windows.
You're going to climb up to the window and tap, aren't you? Yes.
Give me a climb roll. There's a tree near it, and you're like climbing over on the branch, like some sort of evil gremlin. And the other two are just watching, like, let's hope she just doesn't kill her. Go, Yana, climb.
Yeah.
Is there a... Do they have a driveway and a garage, that sort of stuff? Or
Yes, they totally do. The very American house. Yana scales the tree like a fucking monkey on crack, and then kind of like does it across the branch, and is going like some sort of fucking evil monster in one of those movies and shit. And nobody answers door or the window rather. And so what are you going to do, Yana? It's dark inside. You can't quite see anything in there. And you're wondering if maybe they're sleeping through your tapping, and you're wrapping in the tapping on their window.
I'd do it a little bit more.
Nothing.
They're dead. Let's go home.
The lights come on across the street.
Okay, I climb down.
Okay. A large, bright searchlight pierces the night and goes slowly over the house next to it, and then turns off.
check the garage to see if there's a vehicle in it.
There is. You look through like a little window thing, or the big strip of windows.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's made for 2 vehicles. There's only one in here, though.
Yes. Assumably her vehicle. Did they actually get her vehicle? Did they actually get her vehicle from the hotel?
No. Everybody forgot about that entirely.
I'll get on the radio and ask what happened to her vehicle.
It shows the same cop going, "I'm off duty. You take it." And their cop like. Eventually, somebody goes, "We'll go find it." Yeah.
Good.
Are you still at work?
Yes.
Oh, okay. This is a new shift.
Good. No worries. Then I don't have to worry about you suddenly knocking off.
Knocking off what?
Work.
I don't understand. I'll go get the car.
Yes. Thank you.
We'll have it impounded.
Yes, you will probably need to, since we don't have the keys as far as I'm aware.
Okay. Right. He goes away.
All right.
Are we going inside or what?
We can go knock on the door.
The husband answers the door and he goes, "My God, you're fast. I just called."
Mm-hmm. We aim to serve. We protect and serve. That is our job.
He comes out of the door again to talk to you, and he says, "I don't know where she went. I just found she was gone."